Black history isn't only about celebrating our differences, but also celebrating what we all have in common. And that's what our next guest set out to do in the upcoming book. Everybody Has a Belly Button. The children's book sets out to teach young readers about racial equality. And this morning, we are joined by the author, Serena Vincent, and 18-year-old artist and illustrator, Zoe Hunter. Good morning to both of you. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Serena,
Great to be here.
Yeah, Serena, I want to start with you. You were inspired to write this book when you became a new mom. So what made you want to focus then on racial justice?
I did. Well, actually, this book was inspired the day that we lost George Floyd, the day of the George Floyd tragedy. I was feeding my 14-month-old son, and I was teaching him literally in that moment where his belly button was and where his eyes and his nose and his toes. And as I watched in horror, like the rest of the world, I thought, okay, well, what am I doing to teach my child right now about skin color? What am I doing right this second to talk to him about race? Like the very, very first conversation. So as I was teaching him his body parts, I started talking about skin and skin color. I made this little rhyme. He loved it. I put him down for a nap and I wrote the book. And it's just my tiny part of obviously a much bigger conversation that we need to be having with our children all throughout their lives. But it's a very sweet conversation starter. And then I found Zoe, who's just extraordinary, and she brought the words to life.
Yeah, how did you find Zoe? How did you two connect?
I found Zoe on the internet.
What?
I found Zoe on Instagram.
It's the world we're living in now, right?
Yeah, I wanted a woman of color. I had a very specific art in mind, and I don't know. I just feel like it was heaven sent.
Meant to be. So Zoe, you've been painting your whole life of 18 years. How did you get started?
Well, I started since I was homeschooled half my life. My dad, he's an artist himself.
Wow, look at that.
And he taught me the basics, how to sketch, how to do circles and things like that, how to shade. And he taught me for about maybe 5 months. And then when he was like going to work, I was drawing by myself, surprisingly. And then my mom was like, "You're drawing like really well." I'm like, "Thank you." And, I just kept doing it. And then when my dad came home, I showed him what I was working on. He's like, "You did this?" I was like, yeah, by myself. And he's like, "Well, I can't teach you anymore.
You know what?
Be your mentor."
What's amazing to me is
that it went on from there.
Yeah, what's so amazing to me is that this is already the third book you've illustrated.
My fifth book.
Fifth book? Oh my goodness!
Yes. Well, I have 6 books right now under my belt. It's about to be a 7th book that I'm working on. So
And are they all basically the same kind of theme and goal in mind behind all the books that you're involved with?
The goal, yes. It's about, I work with a lot of Black women, and they all do have a goal in mind. It's about having Black characters and having their own goal with the story. But really, I put all people of color in my books. Because you don't really see that a lot in children's books. And it's important to have representation.
Absolutely.
Because you want to see that. You want to have like that warm embrace of seeing yourself in a book.
Exactly.
Or in a TV show.
Exactly.
And I have a goal of my own to do that. Well, that's I have the talent to do that.
Yes, you certainly do. Serena, how old is your daughter now then?
My son, actually.
Your son, rather. Sorry.
He turned 3 today. Today's his birthday.
Oh, and how has he responded to your book then?
He loves it. Well, I mean, he was my first, listener, right? And before he could really talk, he just said, "Mo, more belly button." He wanted more belly button books. So I've read him. I know I have it memorized. So we don't actually have the books in hand yet, but everybody can pre-order them now, and it's yeah, every single skin color is represented in the book, and we hope that every baby can see themselves in it, and it helps parents have that very first conversation with their children about race and diversity and equity and equality and all of the things that we should be talking about.
Well, definitely a very important purpose behind your book. Is there a storyline that's followed? Is there a
So
character that we follow, or?
well, so it's called Everybody Has a Belly Button, and we're literally teaching babies and toddlers about skin color, about their hair color, eyes, the differences in our bodies, the same way we teach our babies where our eyes, nose, belly button. You know, when you say, you know, point to your belly button, point to your nose, point to your eyes, point to your toes, where it's this, we're teaching them the same way we teach them about all their other little body parts. We're talking about the similarities and the differences and the rainbow of skin color in our world, and that makes us all beautiful. It's written in rhyme.
Oh, that's
It's very
great.
whimsical, lyrical. It's really sweet, and like Zoe's art just
Jumps off the
off
page,
the charts.
right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Serena and Zoe, thanks so much for joining us. I'm really excited
Thank
to
you.
see this book. Everybody Has a Belly Button. It doesn't hit store shelves until March 1st, but it is available for pre-order, so make sure to pick yours up.